All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the true apostles and elders of the true nation of Israel. And basically, this total solar eclipse was a major sign indicating the times that we are in, and that stuff is going to intensify greatly, you know. And I'm on my other phone because I have two phones, and you type in World War III on Google, and this what pops up. And this is a UK website. A lot of these news stations, they're not going to tell you the truth. Well, American news, they're not going to tell you the truth about what's happening around the world. So us brothers get on the internet, Slacky, and we search. We're watching, and we're watching for these prophecies of World War III, the microchip, civil unrest, race wars, race riots, which is taking place now, like how it goes into Matthew's the 24th chapter, and right here, and I have to keep touching my damn screen so it can, it can stay on. Eclipse signal start of World War III as U.S. starts military exercise on the North Korean border, So with this sign, with this eclipse happening, it was a major sign, of things to move fast, or something bad is going to happen, and that thing, well, not that thing, but what's going to take place is that the economy, the world economy is going to crash. America is going to be destroyed in World War III, even by her own allies. America is known as Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon, Daughter Babylon. And let me tell you something. In the book of Revelations 18, if of course there was already a Babylon, which is Iraq. Well, that Babylon is still here today. Well, I mean, like, that land is not desolate like how it is Sodom and Gomorrah, So if it's in the book of Revelation, which means, there's something hidden being revealed, it's being revealed, that place, that city, that all these countries, they drunk with the wine of her fornication, the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All these countries will have to follow the ways of Great Babylon, Mystery Babylon. Well, what country does that sound like today? It have to be the U.S., the United States of America, and their symbol, or you have the what's it called? The tower, the Statue of Liberty. Well, that's symbolic for the woman that rides on the beast. The beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns. That's America. That woman riding with the scarlet, I believe a scarlet robe. Slack if I'm wrong, but she has on scarlet. That's America riding with the NATO and the EU. That is the beast. The NATO and the EU. European Union and NATO. All right, but anyway, all these other countries have taken on the ways of America, and their countries are being destroyed basically by following the ways of America. So America is Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon. It's a mystery. It's called Mystery Babylon because back then, John didn't know. He wouldn't know of what city it is today. But of course, everything is reincarnated, and John is back today. So the prophets that were back then, they're here today. So we know the rest of these prophecies that we heard of back when. You know, that's what we believe through the spirit of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. You know, and I have a quick scripture. You know, this is Matthew's. So like it. Matthew's. Let's see if you can get. Okay. Matthew's 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. You know, so this gospel, that's another reason why that you're seeing signs of a war. Well, not just seeing signs of war, but you're hearing of war and anarchy. You know, these civil unrest, these rallies, these race wars. You know, not rioting, but protesting. You know, it's because the end. I mean, not the end. It's like the kingdom, our kingdom, the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of Yahawashi is being preached throughout the world. This whole gospel is flowing on the internet, and it's waking up the Israelites, foreigners. You know, and the elect is being sealed. You know, that's why this truth is going out there. All right. That's why the end is coming, Salakia, you know. And it's all about the elect. And it says, I'm going to skip down to verse 24. And it says, for there shall arise false Mashiachs and false prophets. And that's what we have today. IUIC, GOCC, HODC, ISUPK. They're not going to tell you why the eclipse happened. They already know. They know what's going on, but they're false prophets. You know, they're paid off. The government pays them. You know, they're sellouts basically, man, and they hate the Lord. They really do hate Yahawashi. You know, they teach the wrong doctrine. You know, or some camps they don't call him by his real name and going to the meaning of his name. You know, so they're false prophets, along with these fucking pastors and these preachers in these churches. And shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So the elect is the ones that wake up to this gospel of Yahawashi, and they're going to believe, and they're going to be saved. So no matter what, the elect is going to believe and hear this gospel and be saved. You know, and the end is going to come. Well, the end is going to actually be the end when the whole house of Israel, which is the elect first, because you know, of course, the blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and the rest of Israel scattered around the world, of course, we're all Israelites. But the ways, well, the mindset that our people is in, it makes them heathens. So they're not really Israelites. You know, it's their mind. Their mind is destroyed to the ways of this world and this westernization. So they're not Israelites, you know. The Lord look at them as heathens, and we do too, you know. And they crucified the Lord. They had him put on the cross. You know, our people said, let his blood be upon us and our children. You know. So man, the time is here. You know, it's been here, but it's really about to intensify. This dollar's going to collapse. Their microchip, which is the mark of the beast, is going to be mandatory. You know, and this is by faith. You know, fuck if you don't believe it. You know, but what if some believed? Would that belief make the effect without the Most High? Salaki, I'm just gonna get the scripture. This is Romans. Let's see. Salaki. Damn, I forgot where it was. I know it's in Romans though. But it says, for what if some believe with their faith make the effect without the Most High? It's basically saying like I can't say it right, but it's cool. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna put it down and sit down. But basically saying just because you don't believe, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, or just because you believe. I mean, it's like just because you don't believe, it's like the Most High. Well, you don't believe, okay, I'm not going to make it happen. No, it's going to happen. Whether you believe it or not, it's going to happen. This is his world. This is his story. That's how it goes. All right. And the scripture, what I said that we're all Israelites, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, but not all of us are Israelites. Well, our people are destroyed mentally. Well, this goes into that is in Romans 9:6. It says, not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. So this word is being preached. Only the elect is going to hear to this word. 2/3 they were blinded to the gospel of Yahawashi, to the word of Yahawashi. They were blinded. So with that, and I'm gonna find that scripture where it says for what if some but not believe. I'm gonna look for that scripture. And Salaki, I'm gonna look for it right now on my phone on the Urim and the Thummim. Let's see if I can find it. That's who's coming back to Yahawashi. That's who's coming back. I just had to do that. Just being serious though. That's what's coming back. For what if some did not believe? King James Version. Finna see what we get. It's Romans 3:3. So like I knew it was in the book of Romans. Yeah, it's Romans 3:3. It says Romans 3:4. Let me get it where you can see it. For what if some do not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? The Most High forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. For it is written that thou mightest be justified in the sayings and mightest overcome where thou art judged. So the sayings, might be justified in thy sayings from what we have been taught through the Spirit of the Most High, through our apostles and elders, the brothers of Great Millstone, DTA, Men of Valor, the ones that actually had this truth. We shall be justified with our sayings of the Most High. It's all one body. It's all one doctrine. We teach the same thing. And this is the truth. The scriptures backing up saying this is the truth. So whether you believe it or not, it's going to happen. And we're going to be justified by telling you what's the truth, man, because this is the truth for the Most High. This is the only truth. America's going to be destroyed. The mark of the beast, the microchip, the economy's going to crash, World War III, the third woe. It's going to happen. martial law, famine of the word, a physical famine too. There's going to be a lack of bread and water, and there's going to be a lack of knowledge out here too. So hear this word while you can and believe. Repent, quit doing your wickedness, and believe. The great multitude in the book of Revelations, it's talking about the Israelite foreigners that's been scattered around the world. They're going to like the other nations, but the spirit is of Israel. They're going to believe in Yahawashi and Yahweh. So with that, I'm closing out. Say, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, which are you so-called blacks, Latinos, Seminole Indians, Native Americans, you brothers in Central America, South America, and the rest of Israel has been scattered around the world. Shalom. And it's high time to wake out of sleep. It's time to get closer with the Most High and His Son. And I'm not talking about God and Jesus Christ, I'm talking about Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.